My name is Tom, your friend and host with Weapons Education, and if you've been following the channel, you've seen a series of my leather videos, particularly focused on shoulder holsters. In this video, I'm going to unveil the most innovative and useful way to carry your weapon, which I've got it on now. Easy to conceal, highest quality leather. We're going to talk about all that. It is a vertical rig that will pivot. So let's take a look at it. And as you know, and the thousands and thousands of you who have purchased my holsters through the years, I thank you. I keep evolving. I am the one guy who spends the money on the highest quality leather and does the things I'm going to speak about in this video. The one thing I've always wanted to do was to have the 1800s type of leathersmith come back, and that's what I've done. So we put over 30 man-hours into each one of these masterpieces, and they are a masterpiece. This new design is very special. So let me go over it with you. The most important portion of it is that, I'm carrying a SIG 320, is that this section here, Tammy, please zoom in, it pivots. It'll swivel, because with a normal vertical rig, and it's just fine, I've sold thousands of them, you draw your gun, perfect. But this, look at this, it's kind of like a holster within a holster. When you're under stress, take a look close here, look at that. You see how it pivots? Oh my gosh, we went through 15, 18 designs to get this perfect. A lot of money, patent pending. This is taking the world by storm. The pre-orders already are through the roof. So we make these one at a time for you, the customer. You know exactly what you're getting as far as quality. It's like the Louis Vuitton or even the Rolls Royce, the best of handmade quality leather shoulder holsters, bar none. So let's go through it. The exciting part is the new design of the holster. First of all, let's talk about the holster. Then I'll talk more about the pivoting system. The holster, let me put my weapon down, which is safety checked. Okay, the holster itself, it's in here. You see, it's a double system. The holster, when you squeeze it, well, it's hard as Kydex. Well, how could that be? It's because on the exterior, when you take a look here, you see how shiny it is? Well, the interior is double lined, it's shiny also, and I paid for the highest quality leather. And then in the middle, we mesh it with a steel mesh, so when we heat it up and put it together, that mold of whatever gun you have, any semi-automatic, any revolver can utilize this system. You're going to have to call 954-804-4381. I'll say it one more time. 954-804-4381. Leave a voicemail if we're not available at that moment, or go to weaponseducationholsters.com. But what we do is, when we mold it together, my product, I'm thinking, how do I beat Amazon? How do I beat these Galcos? And Galco is garbage. I'm sorry, Galco, but your product's garbage. It's what made me start up my company 8 years ago. It's just, it stretches. I've had boxes and boxes of just garbage holsters that when you squeeze, it's just like pushing together pasta. Okay, it's just garbage. So I want a holster that's going to be taut and strong, double thick, not going to print. That's bowed here at the shoulders. See the shoulders here? Take a look here close. See how I bow it out? You see the stitching? Take a close look here at the stitching. We got this red synthetic stitching that is fabulous. Looks great on the black or dark chestnut. This dark chestnut happens to be my favorite color. But the big thing here with this system, and like I said, this is a 320. We can make it for any pistol or revolver that you can think of. And we've done them. As you know, you might be a customer watching. So, the way it works is if you look close, you see this button here, zoom in here. Okay, this is a super, it's kind of like a scuba gear type of spandex, I'll call it. Very high-end commercial military grade. Now that button there, now if you pull it, it'll spin out even easier. See, it'll pivot even easier. So that's up to you. So I think, well, the customer's probably going to want either or. Maybe they'll want it to be taut when they draw their gun. Maybe you want to have this unbuttoned so you can pull it out and it'll pivot easier. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to keep it with a tension on it, and it's a super high end, which is good. And we have this brass hardware that is second to none. This is brand new, so it's really tight. So maybe you want this buttoned so the pivot is a little, it will snap back. You see what it does? It snaps back. I like it buttoned, but it's up to you. You can have it unbuttoned and it'll pivot down easier, but it won't snap back. If it's buttoned, your gun will snap back. It is the best case scenario because a lot of guys want to carry their gun horizontal. Well, what's the problem with horizontal? Sideways. The problem is, and I am the expert shoulder holster guy, the problem is you do not have gravity on your side. The gun is not straight up and down. You do not have your left arm, if you're righty, covering up the gun. If it's horizontal, it's going to stick out side to side. That's good for short barrels, I would say 4 inches or smaller, and I make them all, and it's all good. I'll make you whatever you want. But for 4 inches or smaller, yeah, you can do horizontal. But a lot of guys carry 1911s, and they carry a 4 or 5 inch, or even revolvers, 6, 7 inch long barrels. You got to have it vertical. So now, the issue with vertical is, well, if it's always just coming straight up and down, you're in that position where it's going to hit you in the armpit, the gun. So I designed it so you got a holster within a holster. There's so much leather in this holster, we take a whole cowhide to make this rig. Because this in particular, the craftsmanship and the steel, the hardened steel that's in here, and we have all these types of springs, is second to none. And then above your pistol, you got a button here, or you can leave it unbuttoned. It's up to you, because the gun's straight up and down, and you've got gravity working for your side. It's not going to fall out. Now, if the gun was sideways, you would definitely want to leave that buttoned. Another thing I want to tell you is, with the mags, okay? On all my shoulder holsters, you don't want your mags pointed straight down to the ground. All of my shoulder holsters come standard with the mags pointed straight to the ground. But for a small upgrade, more craftsmanship, more people stitching by hand, we use those old-fashioned Singer machines. You want the mags to go pointed towards your belly button. Horizontal, because they can't fall to the ground. Now with your left hand, if you're righty, you can easily access your mag and then do your reload. So you get your, it comes standard with 2. I got 3 here. You can go up to 4. I can make whatever you want. It's up to you. I've got guys with knives attached to their harness, medical packs attached to their harness, all these types of things attached to their belt. Talking about belts, this belt is a true gun belt. And zoom in real close here, Tammy. You see this here, what I do, everything is such first class with me. And I know it because I spend the money. I'd rather sell a quality product that's going to last your lifetime, a product that when you get it, you're going to say, wow, and everyone does. And then 20 years later, you're going to look at it and say, wow, it still looks the same as the day I got it. And it's even better. And it's an heirloom to your family. It's part of like with your weapon system. It goes with it. It's an heirloom to your family, to your beneficiaries. But this belt, this is a belt that you'll wear the rest of your life, and it won't wear. You see here, I got nice finish on each side of the belt, inside and out. But if you zoom in close, and I've done videos on the gun belt in particular, but I put a polymer type of product in the middle, really thick, that's flexible. A true gun belt will not flap out like that. Maybe you want to have this unbuttoned so you can pull it out and it'll pivot easier. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to keep it with a tension on it, and it's a super high end, which is good. And we have this brass hardware that is second to none. This is brand new, so it's really tight. So maybe you want this buttoned so the pivot is a little, it will snap back. You see what it does? It snaps back. I like it buttoned, but it's up to you. When you're doing the shoulder holster system, those of you who are concerned, is it comfortable? Oh yeah, this, like right now, I don't even know it's on. It's because I have all the weight dissipated over your shoulder. I have it attached to a belt on each side, and I make them all. I make them where they're not attached. And if that's the case, then I thought of a reinforcement system for the lower back strap so that the mags are attached to the holster. That's a different system. So I've got all the different system on weaponseducationholsters.com, and you have to call 954-804-4381, preferably, you don't have to, and chat with someone on our staff so we can custom make it, because we're about to put 30 hours into this. We're going to call you if we see your order, no matter what, and tweak it for you to make sure that you got the right exact product, because we put so much work into it. It's all custom. Custom's the key. High quality. Now, for those of you who like to maybe go to church on Sunday or like to wear a sport jacket like I do, this is the shoulder holster's the way to go. You got all the mags you want, you have no weight on your waist, and you can put your sport coat on, your suit jacket, whether you're wearing jeans or a suit, whatever, and you're done. Okay, it's that easy to conceal. And now you got a good look, but you got your gun. And you got a gun that's going to pivot down. That's the key to this system here. This is my new pivot vertical rig. It's gonna swivel down, all in there. See that? Let's take a close zoom in there, Tammy. So much work went into this. I'm so proud. You would be proud too. I mean, I spent over $60,000 getting to this design, and all the different leather we went through, and all the different craftsmanships we went through. And here it is, the final product. And what we do with the harnesses is we put it in the sun, we let it dry. We put the leather in the sun, we let it dry. Then we put layers of stain, layers of stain. And then you get the finished product, and then we stitch it. It's a big process. And when you get this magnificent piece, the usually turnaround time is about 90 days. When you get it, and you sign for it, you're going to say, oh my gosh, this is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So this is the new vertical design that pivots. So in an emergency, when you got to draw your gun, you can pivot and pull it. Pivot and pull it. You won't know the angle you're pivoting it. Maybe you'll pull it straight up. Maybe you'll have to pull it all the way sideways. You're not going to know. Maybe you're in the car. Maybe you're driving in the car. Maybe you're a trucker. Maybe you're a motorcycle driver, a guy on a street bike. Oh, I got to pull it all the way down. Or I'm just going to pull it straight up. Or just a little bit. You're not going to think. It's going to do its thing on its own. So that's what I want to point out. And it's within another holster, so it's all stable. WeaponsEducationHolsters.com. The link is below. Call 954-804-4381 24/7. Leave your voicemail or call us and we'll walk you through your order, or go to WeaponsEducationHolsters.com. And this one I'm proud of. Thank you. My name is Tom, and if you're a previous customer, please throw in your comments, because I know you guys are in love with this stuff. You guys get this and they're like, it's better than the weapons. It's like you can't stop with the leather, whether it's sidearm or triple mag pouches or belts or shoulder holsters. The more the leather, the scent of it, the double stitching. Everything I do is first class, as good as it gets. And you got my word on that. My name's Tom, the host of Weapons Education, and go to WeaponsEducationHolsters.com. The link is below, and call 954-804-4381 to get one of these puppies for any pistol on the planet. Thank you. Bye-bye.